Welcome to Crescent City with your hosts Natalie Jean and Jackie Zabrowski. I actually think I prefer bad news coming from a snake woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Just like a slithering up to you and saying, the snake woman's here, and then you know it's bad news, and then you can prepare for it.
I do like that she thinks that she would have to announce herself as if I wouldn't see this enter a room.
She
and be
says
like,
it when she's around the corner still.
oh, snake woman!
The snake woman's here.
So, it really brings about an air of mystery, huh?
Yeah, and then you go, fuck, bad news coming.
But then you're the bad news snake. Oh, God.
What's it now?
I
Give
just
me
can't
another
wait
one.
for the good news monkeys.
Aww. It would hard. I think if a monkey was there, I'd be like, that's already the good news for me.
I mean, unless
If they're in your car or something.
that or they're coming at your lips and they want to rip your lips off.
Oh, sure.
Which also, man, because when they're smiling, when monkeys' eyes are smiling, we're better run for your life. And in this, I guess I'm a pirate because I just did a hook hand, but I'm also Irish. And I don't know if there's a big Venn diagram of the two.
I think that pirates came from Ireland sometimes.
Yeah, you think that they were out there?
Yeah, I do believe that
Shillelagh and all about.
I
We can
believe
still say these things about the Irish.
Oh, sure. I believe that a lot of the thieves of the sea were from Ireland.
Thieves of the sea. Yeah, tell me all about them. Especially if the thief would maybe be wearing a Creed shirt.
This is I love your choice of costumes.
It's 2025 Creed shirt.
And yes, she's wearing from the concert that she did not attend.
I didn't attend it.
Has the shirt. This is a very thought out costume, and I really loved your breaking down to me what's going on here, and I think it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I'm just a dirty boy. I ain't got no
No, he's not British just because he's an orphan.
I think all orphans immediately become British.
Only, I guess, the scrappy ones.
And if they die, they better do it. Decrease the surplus population.
What was that holiday they used to do with all the ragamuffins? Ragamuffin Day?
It was Ragamuffin Day.
Ragamuffin Day.
It was, yeah, man, those scraggly ass kids. And we're like, take a bath.
That's what we learned on an old pop history episode that we did together about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was about the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, correct.
Yeah.
And I believe that it used to be called Ragamuffin Day. And they did just like soil themselves and mosey about.
Wasn't it also was it connected to them feeding the homeless children one day a year?
Oh, you mean feeding them each other?
Yes, they ate each other.
I mean, somebody's got to eat something.
Do you know that dark history about the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? It used to be cannibalism, child cannibalism.
Yeah, I say stuff that kid. Now, it was the Thanksgiving tradition where children would dress in rags and masks, go door to door begging for money or food, and eventually participate in parades. So it was kind of like sad poor man's Halloween.
Yeah, like sad Halloween where you're trick-or-treating to stay alive.
And I keep doing this. After the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, I get drunk while I watch the parade. And then I try to do this to my neighbors, and they're not giving me anything. And I'm like, please,
Have you put this outfit on?
Yeah, I'm always dirty when I show up at their door. They don't know who I am if I'm clean.
Right.
And how are you feeling with keeping this snake mask on? Actually, it feels like you're vibing with it.
I feel it's just my face. I don't know if it comes off anymore. Remember that Goosebumps?
Yes, with the snake woman that
with the
always
mask,
announced herself around every corner, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Leave me alone. Stop announcing yourself.
No, obviously I'm talking about the one with the mask that didn't come off their face.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Don't placate me.
But I would love. What kind of mask would you want to put on that you would never take off? Would it be Snake Woman?
I'm not opposed to this one. I kind of like it. And then, because then I can dance around. You know?
Honestly, I think it's good because you look like Kris Jenner. Just because I'm glad I can't see any crack on your your face.
No wrinkles.
Which is good. Keep it tight.
So tight.
I mean, it's why I just started I'm going to start C-clamping the back of my head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they do it with your neck, but I wish I could do it with my whole head.
I mean, that's old school stuff. That's how facelifts used to work.
And that's how they should still.
No. Not anymore.
Why?
They do it underneath now. That's why Kris Jenner looks like that.
God, man, she don't look 70. But
No, but she looks. It looks scary. It looks like Uncanny Valley.
I'm Kris Jenner. Who needs lips to be a Kris Jenner?
Oh, I want to fuck you so bad right now.
I know.
All right, I gotta take this off. Here's some body horror for you. What if you peeled somebody's skin off and there was just hair underneath it?
Oh, and it's a wig. Very surprising.
Oh, my nose is quite red now from the rubbing.
Where did you get this outfit? Because you guys can't see the rest of this, but if you could give a little bit more. If you could give us a little bit more.
Oh, you want me to take my clothes off?
Yeah, if you give us a little more. That's all you got to say to your sister-in-law to get her to take all her clothes off. Give us a little bit more. It was, oh my gosh, it's half-sided on one side, but each side is a different side?
It's a snake dance costume.
Oh, were you put in a basket?
No, it was actually at my Halloween performance show two Halloweens ago. One of the girls it's a costume from her piece.
Wow, not in a basket at all. But I think I could get you out of that basket.
She was portraying the snake of knowledge that makes
that
women,
put the periods in us?
that gave women the desire to fuck.
Thank you, Snake.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta always give it up to Snake.
Thanks, Snake. Oh, my nose is all red now.
Do you feel different now that you don't have the head anymore? Do you feel like you're
less
more
powerful.
vulnerable?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to cut your fucking head off.
Whoa. Why?
Well, because I thought you were a snake and then I found out you're a woman. And if I thought you were a snake and then I found out you were just a woman, I'd definitely kill you. Because I feel like you're probably bad.
Like I'm a magic?
I mean, you lied to me.
Oh.
You said snake woman around the corner and then you're just a fucking human?
Women all lie. That's what I've learned.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what the snake taught me.
That's what the snakes always teach us. We bleed and women lie.
Yeah. Lies.
What kind of lies are we gonna say today? Who knows? Black is not white. Black is red.
Yeah. I love to know. I love to just be surprised about
say,
what.
Black is not what. It's not even a lie. Like, that's not a lie.
You're not good at it.
Oh
You're
my
better
God.
at lying.
All right, I'll start working on it, Natalie.
You know who's really good at lying because she does it all the time? Bryce.
It's like, but is she good at lying? Because I feel like she does get away with stuff, but oftentimes they're like, Bryce, did you do this? And she's just like,
but she does lie leading up to that point. She lies about stuff.
Right.
You know, all they do is lie. Right now, the entire crew has to lie 24/7 because they have a lot of different hands in different crimes happening at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce has a little bit of a secret.
Can you keep it?
Oh, that's
have secret.
Oh, what are we on TikTok right now?
It's Pretty Little Liars.
I know, but it's used so much on the stupid app. Everything. My brain's broken by the internet. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're all in it together. I like to be broken. It's better than being fixed.
That way.
Because then you have nothing to work towards.
And nobody expects anything out of you. She can't work. She's broken.
I'm a baby in total control of herself.
I'm a baby. So she has so many secrets, specifically this time. Hunt seems to have cracked the code on her conniving because he has guessed what she's done. Where we last left off, she's like, we're finally alone. Let's copulate again because they had gotten back to her apartment. But Hunt has guessed something, that she knows where Emile is. And that place...
Me? I'm just a dirty boy. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just a daddy boy.
It's not British. It's not British. I mean, I guess he could be. They don't say specifically. There's no Britain there.
As far as we know.
He could be of the persuasion of...
I'm from the islands.
So, yeah, he is somewhere that is seemingly not a great idea, but apparently that's where he is. At chapter 49, we're first with Rune as he's faced with the surprise new roommates that he has just accrued. Flynn and Declan are their usual fanciful selves in the scene and tell Rune, who has just arrived back home from their crazy submarine adventure, and Bryce's apartment last chapter, they have some fun updates because, as you recall, that was happening simultaneously. We were switching back and forth between the submarine and the boys, the Fae boys and the wolf, figuring out what to do with these.
Having a ring
What do we
about.
do with these sprites?
Yep.
And this dragon.
And the dragon.
So they now have 4 new feminine roommates. The 3 sprites first appear to Rune coyly, introducing themselves, followed by the stern and fiery Ariadne, who is only covered by a blanket. So she's just the naked lady in his front room, and he's like, "Hey, buy me dinner first." Classic Rune.
But also, like, why does she have to put clothes on? She lived inside of a ring.
I think it's nice that they at least offered her clothes, but she said no, and they're like, okay.
I guess it was nice that they gave her a choice to be clothed.
Ugh, the choices. Boo.
Weak.
Tell me what to do.
Yes.
Not really sure where to start asking questions. Rune inquires if they are at least here in his house legally. Nope.
Flynn said cheerfully.
See, this is the kind of Nepo baby entitlement that we need in this world.
Yes.
We should see in real life. Committing acts of freedom.
Yes.
And knowing that they can probably squirt
Get out of it.
But that's never going to happen, huh? Just promoting pump and dump Bitcoin scams and doing sex crimes for our Nepo babies.
Unless you're pumping and dumping because you want to get hammered, you don't want to give that milk booze to the baby. And that kind is fine.
Oh, like breastfeeding?
Yeah.
Sure.
Then I'm pro that pump and dump. Like, you get
Sure.
yours, bitch.
Yeah, of course.
But also, I guess with the dumping, it's like you are wasting and you could be giving that baby a good time.
I thought pump and dump meant you put it in a bottle.
No, you pump it. That's when you, like, when people that are lactating go get drunk, they got to, like, get the boozy milk out. So they got to pump it and then they got to dump it because they
after they
can't give the boozy milk to the baby.
Got it. Oh, I think you should at least have 1 or 2 chances to do that.
Yeah. And it's like, why do you think we pour Dimetap down their throats? To give them that grape liquid courage.
Dimetap.
Yeah, man. I used to suck, but I think it's because of the grape Tylenol, chewable Tylenols that I was obsessed with that got me hooked on artificial grape.
Were you just chomping on them?
I always asked for them. I was asking for them all the time, but then it's like because they taste like candy.
Well, yeah, like the Flintstone vitamins.
Exactly. But it's like you're not really supposed to eat that many. It's like, how does she always have a bellyache?
Yeah, I think that was bad for your liver.
I do it all for the Tylenol. The what? The Tylenol. The what? And you better make it chewable and stick it up your ass. Stick it up your ass.
Well, that seems kind of redundant if it's
chewable. You're right.
Yeah.
I'll get the teeth out of my asshole then.
Oh boy. Ugh. Speaking of body horror,
But at least it's kind of nice. I gnash it up here as it goes in, and I gnash it down there as it comes out. It's a double gnash.
I guess so. Don't want to think about it too much. I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear that.
Okay.
So,
Buttata dentata?
what?
Like vagina dentata, which is what they call the teeth in the pussy in that one movie.
Oh, yes. Whatever that was called.
Sply?
No, it's like bite.
Teeth! Thank you!
Or,
oh, you didn't want to just hear us just make up? Just
our editor / film connoisseur is like, I'm going to fucking
you gotta keep it going. I love you, Adam. And yes, teeth, thank you so much because it would have driven me mad, vagina dentata.
I said bite. I was technically closer to correct.
You are right.
We cut over to Hunt, who is rightfully pretty pissed at Bryce for this thing that he's guessed. He still follows Bryce to the meat market because she apparently has taken Emile to the meat market. Though he's certainly not giving up the butt for a minute. Because she was all ready to go. And he's like,
but look at it
not
smiling at me. Are you looking at the teeth down here? I feel like we should do something about this.
No, his dick's away now.
Oh, okay. It's for the best.
She cautiously asks how Hunt figured out her secret. And he snaps back that he could read her reaction to Pippa when Pippa brought up being in the company of snakes. Specifically, she said, You're too coiled up in your own snake's nest to see the truth or to see who among you has a forked tongue. That was something Pippa said on the island when they confronted her about the exoskeletons. That's from chapter 43. Hunt asked her if that was who was killing the humans, not Pippa, but in fact, the Viper Queen. Bryce looks sheepish, but admits, just like that it was the Viper Queen's people leaving those bodies that Therian investigated looking for Emile. So indirectly, Bryce has caused the deaths of all of these people and Veneer because the Queen was searching for Emile on her request. Bryce, yeah, that's like a lot. Bryce quickly tells him she didn't know that the Queen had done this. But she does admit that she told the Viper Queen to find him by any means necessary.
And what did you think that means, Bryce?
Yeah, like, that's kind of Bryce's fault.
I feel like this is Bryce being like, I didn't think that he would kill all the people. Like, yeah, she's the fucking Viper Queen, morally gray queen of them all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not great. I feel as though this is brushed over kind of a little bit, but she did kind of cause the deaths of people. It's messed up. She reaches for Hunt's arm. That was a stupid fucking thing to do.
Hunt snarled and immediately hated himself for the bruised look that came into her eyes. But he continued toward the door, pulling out of her grip.
She honestly deserved that, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, on top of the fact that she already keeps doing things behind his back, and it's like, okay, we're all supposed to be working together on this. And not only do you keep going behind our backs, and yeah, it's for good things. We understand that your machinations are technically for good in your brain. But could you just at least accept what you're doing here for a minute? Oh no, you're just going to compartmentalize and we're just going to keep going? Okay.
Yeah, there's that. And then the obsessive control issue, which unfortunately, you know, a lot of us can relate to, is like, I need to be in control of everything. I can't let anybody, I can't delegate something else. I can't
It won't
let
be done
people
right.
in. Yeah, which is a very obnoxious trait to have. Not that I would know.
Yeah, I don't have it.
And it technically, ultimately prohibits your success a lot of the time because you do need people to help you. You do need to delegate things.
You gotta delegate.
So she deserves this anger. She did something super terrible. The two of them reach the Viper Queen's first level of guards who let her in without question. Hunt, then they both enter into this like private area of the Viper Queens, and they're in this sort of multiple rooms. It's almost like a lair of the Viper Queen. So we've seen some of the other meeting rooms she has there, and they're very shabby. They're sort of like superficially supposed to look like there's no money here. We're just all paupers, right? And then you get to her actual offices, and they're like lush.
Go off, bitch.
Yeah, they're, you know, marble and velvet.
I do hope that it is kind of like very tacky. Like there's big columns like in the Sopranos bedroom.
I hope
you know?
so.
Like I want it to be like gold lame.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean, she dresses like that.
Right? So I would assume it would be fun that in her private quarters, it is just, so you walk in, it's like, I think this would be nice. Like, I know this is expensive, but girl, look at a magazine or something.
Yeah.
What
No,
are
I
you
like
doing
that.
in here?
I hope so. In fact, this lair, this velvety special kind of like trashy, hopefully fancy office is an entire, almost like it's floor, it seems like. And as they make their way towards where apparently the Viper Queen is sitting, Bryce quietly gives Hunt an explanation of her thought process about everything that she's lied about thus far regarding Emile.
Oh, so you're finally going to talk about it. You know, it also helps to talk it out before you do these things.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, too, because she didn't even reveal this. Hunt confronted her, and that's why he's there
so
with
pissed.
her.
Yeah.
So she's trying to explain everything, but Hunt seems unmoved, which is fair. Remember when she made them all look around the meat market? That's kind of what she's explaining. So she had already known at that point what was going on, like where Emile was. But she tells Hunt that she needed the Viper Queen to get a good view of her and Fury and Hunt together so that she remembers that there will be hell to pay if she doesn't hold up her end of the bargain with Emile. So basically just like doing intimidation stuff, being like, don't fuck around with Emile.
I'm just a boy. That queen now you want me to do it as? That queen now stood before him.
No, we're not even with him yet.
That queen now stood before them, a slim female in a neon green silk jumpsuit beside a large plush couch. Her glossy black bob reflected the golden flames from the fireplace to her right, and seated on the couch before her, small and thin. And what on was a boy, dirty from head to toe, wishing his mummy would die so he could get a Christmas shoes.
Uh-oh, crossover.
I'm just a dirty orphan. In my brain, if I'm playing a dirty orphan, they're all the same.
If you guys aren't familiar with the page 7 obsession with the song Christmas Shoes, take a look over at page 7 and hear about it. It's a song. It's a song about Christmas. It's a real song.
And sometimes Jesus chooses to take your mommy away on Christmas Eve. And all you got to bring that mommy while she dies
he gives
is new
and takes
shoes.
away. Exactly. She dies, but she gets new shoes.
And what a way to get them. That's what I'm always saying. Not getting what you want. Do something about it.
Yep.
Do something. Put your money where your mouth is.
Manifest your destiny. That's not good. That's not good to do. So
just manifest, I guess.
Yeah,
just manifest. Just end it there. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish that she was a snake. She was like in her snake form sometimes, which is what I am right now.
I feel like, though, what I love about the Viper Queen, I think why I'm also so weirdly attracted to the character herself is that, like, but she is always the essence of Snake.
Yeah.
No matter what. So it's like she doesn't even need any of that shit.
I want to see her all snake except for her head.
Whoa.
Human head, snake body.
Whoa, would you still kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What if it had a rattler on it? What if it was a rattler? All wound up.
What do you think what do you think that rattler can do?
I don't know. Oh!
Sounds like what?
Oh!
What do rattles do? They kind of vibrate.
Not the only monster fucker on this show, am I? What that rattler do?
Maybe you're rubbing off on me. That's...
Uh-oh. I'm not touching her. Don't tell HR. I'm not rubbing on anything.
Not on that green shirt. So, we finally get eyeballs upon Emile Renast. We have heard about him for hundreds of pages, and finally he's here.
Also,
and apparently has not been given a bath yet.
No, I ain't never been given a bath. And for some reason, Viper Queen thinks I look great. And that's because she's right, with arms wide open, under the sunlight. Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything. With arms wide open.
You done?
With arms wide open. Thank you. I just needed that moment. I needed to encapsulate what Scott Stapp was able to bring to our world. And just a little bit of hope.
So we are with Emile, unfortunately.
Man, they would leave his ass there if he was sitting there singing Creed songs in a fake British accent. Be like, you know what? Never mind. Why'd you kill all these people
can you
save
imagine
this?
if he was just like problem child that whole time?
Hey guys,
I'm here.
Holden McNeely, and you're like, you know what? Never mind.
Young Holden McNeely.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Ugh.
No, thank you.
We killed people to save you.
Can we shove him back inside of a parent somewhere?
Maybe the snake can probably swallow him.
Oh my God, please. Then you turn her back into the snake. But we know that Viper Queen's not allowed to touch a hair on this perfect child's head.
So they all exchange guarded greetings. Bryce smiling down at Emile, who doesn't answer them right away. He seems scared. Hunt glares at
I mean, you know what it is? I think that
upsetting.
in my head, I am Ariana Grande in reality, but dressed as a young boy. Like how she's so like,
Oh, like in all the Karen interviews? Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like in the Wicked interview,
Should I
I'm
be like,
given. I ain't got no parents.
she does have a mom.
She does, yeah.
Did exploit her pretty hardcore, but
That's what children are for.
It's true. So Hunt glares at the Viper Queen and tells him he has not forgotten what she did to compromise him on the barge. So he's talking all the way back in book 1.
Barge, bitch.
The Viper Queen is like, I mean, I've done 20 dastardly things since this morning. Like, I don't even know what
She
you're
don't
talking
give a
about.
shit.
They're about to go at it and fight when Emile finally lets out a tiny,
Oi!
Hunt's heart breaks and his anger recedes.
That sound.
Again, you're giving parrot. There's a lot of parrot core.
I think that's
voices.
what I hear when I hear children sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Bryce requests that the Viper Queen leave them with Emile for a moment, and to everyone's surprise, she gets up without question. Bryce sits down on the couch next to the boy, and he asks her if his sister is dead.
Bryce's face softened, and Hunt said,
Yeah, she is. We're so sorry.
"Oh, I think it's good. I don't gotta say nothing now." Oh. Okay, Piggy. Shut up, Piggy.
Oh, no. No. That's the words of one of our leaders. You don't say that.
Shut up. I've been saying "shut up, Piggy" to everything in my regular life. Every time something doesn't work out, I go, "Shut up, Piggy."
He is a tastemaker.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Oh, you got to make it add.
Yep.
Sorry, the mic just
The mic
drooped
dropped.
down.
Yep.
It's like a penis.
He shudders. Oh, we have to get through this chapter.
Okay.
Bryce puts a hand on his shoulder and tells him what a badass, brave bitch Sophie was. Hunt can only note how frail and fragile the boy looks. He shudders to remember that this is mere weeks after he was detained in a concentration camp. His anger recedes even further, realizing that Bryce may have been the only one of all of those looking for him who really saw a child, a scared little boy, and not just a potential military weapon. Yeah, look at it. That's what I see. I see weapon of war.
What you say, man? What you say, man? I give me a parent.
Just clears the battlefield, being like, you know what?
Why are we
I have
doing
to
this
go
for
home.
this? All of this? For this thing?
I don't think you're a thing.
I don't think any child deserves any, anything untoward, but if they were acting like this,
Maybe that would end a war. He watches Bryce gently explain how she lost a sister too, referring to Danica, and Hunt wants to comfort her and Emile, but they are sort of in a fight. Hunt cautiously asks if Emile was made to sign any contracts by the Viper Queen. The boy looks confused, as though he doesn't understand why someone would make him sign a contract. Also, can 11-year-olds sign contracts? I don't think you can. I mean, who knows what goes on in Lunathian?
right? I think you usually need like an overseer.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't got one. But I guess the Viper Queen would be bad. Might sign off on it anyway.
But is that legally bound?
I think there's still a human being, right?
I think if you're, I mean, I think 18 is still like Midgard's adulthood. So
I
think
hope
if you're
so.
under 18, you can't sign a contract legally most of the time without your parent.
Or would they like bump that age up to like 45? You know, because
They
so many of
should. I
them
wish
live
they
for
would
so
here.
long. Yeah, I feel like
I'm
it's like-
just a baby.
yeah, let's just bump it up.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we're babies until we're 45. So we've got some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live it up,
Live it
everybody.
up, please. Hunt explains that a lot of people would pay a lot to have someone like him in their servitude.
Why?
And he says, actually like us. And he goes on to show Emile some lightning coming from his hands to be like, see, I have a similar power that you do. I'm not a Thunderbird, but I'm similar.
Because I'm an orphan?
Yes. Hunt is also an orphan, technically.
Aw, he could connect on that respect.
Big brother, big sister.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
Start taking me to
pay back.
basketball.
Pay it forward?
Yes.
I don't know. Emile, take him to basketball. Emile looks at him in wonder, but then goes, what do you mean?
Hunt slowly turned to Bryce. Her face revealed nothing.
Your Thunderbird power? The power that downed those Omega boats?
The kid's face shuddered.
That was Sophie.
Accent, please.
I have to be British too?
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
That was Sophie.
Thank you.
That was Sophie.
There it is. There it is. Stick the landing. Bryce lifted her chin in challenge.
Emile doesn't have any powers, Hunt.
Oops, all sucked out. I ain't got no power.
Oh, you got sucked out?
Yeah, it got all sucked out of me.
So this
By
is
God.
Yeah, God took it away. That's true. So this is a revelation.
This sucks.
Yeah, so Hunt's like, what are you talking about?
Bro, think about all the people that you just got killed.
So we switch over to Bryce's POV at this moment, and she's looking at Hunt's betrayed face. She has the decency to feel slightly ashamed and tells him she didn't know for sure that he wasn't a Thunderbird, but she suspected it.
Oh, God, and she just immediately slices the boy's throat. It's like, thought he'd had powers, doesn't? Next. Gone.
Sheesh. No, that's what she was doing to protect him from that happening to him. She explains that she had guessed that Sophie had spun this tale about him having powers to keep him from being killed in her absence. That the veneer would only think to protect him if he served their needs.
I mean, she's right.
She's correct. Bryce says that it doesn't matter because obviously Emile's in the room. She's talking about him like this because he has inherent value to all those who love him. They argue as Bryce explains that she carefully worded her bargain with the Viper Queen so that Emile could leave at any time because obviously Hunt is still furious that she would consider leaving this boy with this snake woman who like holds a fighting ring and like drugs all over.
And I'm all
guards.
dirty.
And he apparently has not been given a bath yet.
But I do like Creed now. And I am upset about that.
Yeah, that's not better.
She thought she was torturing him, but she really just was making a Scott
Torturing
Stapp fan.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bounced back upon you.
That's what you get, Viper Queen.
So obvious, but Hunt's still angry about all of the deception and also the recklessness of this idea of bargaining with the Viper Queen, because even if Emile's safe, this now means that Bryce is in a debt.
Cahoots. Yeah, dude. No goods.
Bryce feels her temper rising a little as she reminds him that she knew what it is to be human and vulnerable to the veneer, that she did what she felt she had to.
I'm very proud of you, and you're right. Even though he doesn't have powers, it doesn't mean that he deserves to get his neck slit. However, again, the amount of people that had to die for this one kid, where it's like, you could just make another one.
Don't mind me, I'm just reapplying my lipstick while you talk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, there's no way the Viper Queen would ever let her. Can you imagine how she would scream if she found out no one told her, like, oh, ma'am, the lip. Ma'am, the lip. You must, the lip.
But if you did tell her.
She'd also be, I mean, you're fucked either way. If you're working at that level with the Viper Queen, I mean, she's going to Stalin you at some point. Whoa.
I think that's pretty even. I can't tell.
I think you look great.
That's what I just did. So you guys got ready with me.
Thank you. It's
So they are fighting still. Bryce is angry. She's trying to defend her decisions that they weren't bad necessarily, but she did a lot of bad things in the process of doing it. Also, once you decide to mate with somebody, you can't not include them in certain things. It's just a part of the deal when you become in a partnership with somebody. Just saying.
And also, like, Hunt and Bryce are barely ever alone, so they can barely even talk about these things.
Hunt realizes that he might be scaring the boy because he's raising his voice and his lightning is sort of flaring. Oh my God, Emile.
Imagine how annoyed the Viper Queen is with this boy at this point.
So he's realized, it seems to realize, because she's watching Hunt, like his temper rises, and then he looks over at Emile and turns to Emile and apologizes to him for being, I'm sorry, I'm glad you're safe. This is not about you. He then gently starts to ask Emile some questions, and Emile tells him that the meat market was supposed to be where he went anyway, even if Bryce didn't interfere. So this is some new information. He says that this is where Sophie told him to go in their last moments. Bryce thinks back on the coded language used in the emails between Danica and Sophie, and that one line, where the weary souls find relief. They had thought they meant the bone quarter, but in fact, it's not. It's where you could go to ride the midnight train.
Get a little high with him.
Dance with Mr. Brownstone.
Whoa.
Get fucked up. So that's where the weary souls of Lunathian go to find a different kind of relief that's not quite death. So Danica had apparently planned similarly to Bryce. She advised Sophie to tell Emile to go there. Hunt asks Emile if his sister told him anything to report, or a secret maybe about the Asteri before they parted ways. Emile thinks about it real hard, and he says no, that Sophie didn't tell him to relay any messages. But then Emile reveals something else.
Emile shook his head.
No, but
Wait, British.
British,
No,
Natalie.
but Sophie told me
more
about
orphan,
her,
more orphan.
about her the night we separated.
You're sad. You're sad about it. You don't have no parents. Your sister's dead.
The blonde wolf who died a couple years ago.
There it is.
With the purple and pink strikes in her hair.
Oh, good.
that was
Yeah,
awful.
that was perfect. Oh, that was all Emile.
With the purple and pink streaks in her hair.
And
Nope, that was kind of Australian.
I liked it. As Emile, I approve.
Okay, but this is actually a surprise thing that he said.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
We're
we have
paying
to
attention,
focus
yeah.
on that.
Yeah, we're paying attention.
So he knew who Danica was. Bryce, and this is the end of chapter 49. Bryce is shook at the start of chapter 50 and tries to hide her anxiety as she asks Emile how his sister knew Danica. So we're going to get a new reveal, like how those email exchanges started happening maybe.
It is really crazy because I just feel like Emile, I wish they had like a code word or something. It's like, how do you know you can trust these people? And I feel like you've been put through so much and you're over here acting. I just feel like, I don't know if you should be trusting these people.
Yeah, but he's 11, It's like, what do you do? There's a lot of shit going on. So they're kind of just, I think they're all just winging it.
And he's just a human, just a boring,
Just a little old boring
stupid
with
human.
no lightning. So she asks him about how Danica and Sophie knew each other. He explains that Sophie told him that Danica had tracked her using her super sniffer powers. Sophie told him that Danica needed Sophie to do something important that Danica herself couldn't do because she was too recognizable. So she needed, apparently, Danica tracked down Sophie to do a task for her that she couldn't do because people would recognize her.
It's like everybody's obsessed with me and everybody knows me. So it's like I couldn't even possibly, but also she's right.
She's right. She's too hot. Sophie had the disguise of appearing to be a simple human that people aren't going to necessarily pay attention to. And so she had asked, knowing that they were both on the side of, not necessarily on the side of Ophion, but like we're trying to go against the Asteri. So they needed to do this thing together.
Mm-hmm.
But Emile doesn't know what that special thing that she asked Sophie to do was, unfortunately.
It's almost like nobody trusts me, and they shouldn't.
No, I don't trust him.
No, kid's not going to withstand enough torture.
I know, it's the worst thing about kids.
It's just like, get stronger.
God, it's so annoying. She notices Hunt's anger has dissipated as he pulls out the paper where the code is jotted from Sophie's arm and asks Emile if he knows what this code means. And they say it in a way that's like, you didn't have to tell him. They're like, this was on the corpse of your sister.
Yeah, it was like
carved
ripped into her body.
Looks like it hurt.
Yeah, probably while she was still alive, I imagine.
Drowning, though.
And actually, she did it to herself. Could you imagine doing that to yourself?
Man, your sister must have been suffering.
Wow. And in the salt water.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, ouch.
Ooh.
So
give him all the details.
you could have just said, do you recognize this code?
That's it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to say.
He doesn't, regardless. At Emile's fallen face, like kind of feeling like maybe he failed or he's disappointing them, Hunt tells him he did a really, really good job. Emile is clearly in distress, talking about his recently murdered sister.
Oh, what are you upset about something?
Get over it.
Because you're being kidnapped and then everybody's taking you and your sister and all your family's dead?
Yeah, a lot of stuff's happening, okay?
Take a bath.
They can't even have sex right now.
Yeah, think about how difficult it is for them.
So they try to limit what they ask him because of his obvious distress. Her mind is spinning as Hunt gestures to her to walk away from Emile, basically saying, we need to go talk in the other side of the room, even though obviously he's still going to hear them. They want to convene together. He asks her what she's going to do now because they're not going to leave Emile here. We're not leaving Emile with the Viper Queen. What is your plan? He's in this den of fucking debauchery. They apparently don't whisper very well because as they mention Pippa during their argument and the danger she carries for the boy, Emile pipes up that Pippa is a bad woman. So he also does not want to be with Ophion. Obviously, we know that already because he escaped them in the prelude part of the book.
Mm-hmm.
But even if he is trying to help save the humans, he also doesn't want to be anywhere near Pippa. Bryce tells him how smart he is that he got away from her and assures him that they will keep Pippa far away. Bryce glares at Hunt and tells him she had obviously planned for post-meat market boy exchange. That's not a good word to say.
Oh, there's a lot of boy exchanges happening in the meat market. I think they just might be a little bit different.
Yeah, we're not going down that pathway.
Nope.
So Hunt can't hide his surprise when Bryce gets on the phone with Fury, telling her to bring the car around. So Bryce basically says, obviously am not leaving him here. And then just immediately is like, Fury's here with a car. And Hunt's just like, okay, well.
Anything else you're not telling me?
How are you supposed to trust this woman? Emile looks scared because he's being moved again. But Bryce assures him that she's taking him somewhere safe and to go and use the bathroom because it's a long drive. Which is big.
I did.
In the bathroom.
No,
in the
I
toilet.
did it on. I'm doing it now.
God damn it, Emile. Get a diaper on him, I guess.
As if he's not 11. He's 11 years old.
So
he's shell-shocked.
Yeah, no, it's I do think it's cute. Bryce is doing a big sister energy thing. Or being like, you need to go to the bathroom before you get in the car. Which is foreshadowing, by the way, big sister energy, as it turns out. Bryce and Hunt escort him to the curb outside the meat market, and the Viper Queen does not stop them. She allows them to walk through as per their deal. We're with Hunt now, and he's feeling his temper returning because for a moment he'd felt kind of like softened that Bryce had like cared about this boy like a child. But now his temper is rising again, knowing that, remembering the Viper Queen is now likely owed a very large favor from Bryce. And that could be a lot of really bad things.
Yeah.
After a quick hug between Bryce and Fury, Fury gestures for Emile to get into the back seat of the car. Bryce tells her to go get him junk food on the road, which Fury rolls her eyes at.
I probably could use a nutrient, though. I bet I could use a vegetable or something.
You know, fuck that. He needs cookies. Come on. He's been through stuff.
You're right.
He needs to put on weight. So
that is
any
true.
calories at this point is okay.
God, that was never a problem for me as a kid. Man, nobody was looking at me being like, that kid needs to put on some more weight. I wished.
It's almost like sometimes the food was a way to show love in our homes.
That what? Just like
Uh-oh.
nom flashbacks.
So
But it's just meatloaves and roast chickens and lasagnas.
we had mostly just like a lot of snack cakes and stuff in our house.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? Being like, sorry, we have to both work 60 hours a week to feed all of you.
Have another little Debbie
Have
snack
another
cake.
So through Hunt's irritation in all of this, he's obviously so irritated, but his heart breaks watching Emile enter the back seat without so much as a book bag full of belongings. He has nothing. Hunt's
But at least I've got my style.
Oh no. Oh no, he thinks he's a fashionista. Huh?
It's good. He's building his confidence
You're
back.
right. That's nice. Hunt's childhood wasn't so very different than this. He tells Emile not to let Fury boss him around. And as Emile looks at him with those wide little kid eyes, just like that, the innocence, look how pure. He realizes that Bryce was the only one of any of them who really remembered that he really is just a baby. In the same breath, he realizes that Shahar, would have never risked everything to save a random human kid.
We gotta start, the comparisons. I know she was the last one, and I know that that'll happen in your head, which is fine to happen in your head.
I
But
also
remember, don't put it out here.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't say it.
Oh, yeah. I know, because I think that would have been a much bigger fight.
Oh, yeah. Even if he was saying it in a positive way, it's like,
yeah.
I don't want to hear about Shahar.
I want to hear about her.
I'm
I'm obviously very different from her.
Yeah. It is interesting, though, when you get it out of, like, you maybe a little bit of an unhealthy relationship and you start going, like, oh, what they did was really
Bad.
messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And then after Hunt gives his, like, basically, like, his send-off, Bryce then leans over the car window after Emile's all strapped in and tells him gently that his adoption papers are all signed. What? Both Emile and Hunt look mystified.
Bryce grinned winningly at the kid.
You're a part of the Quinlan Salago clan now. We're a crazy bunch, but we love each other. Tell Randall to make you chocolate croissants on the Sundays.
I have a couple of things to say about this. That I feel like this is one of those times that I also really did not like Bryce Quinlan. She is helping, and it is very appreciated. Obviously, he needs a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it have been great if the child also could have, like, met these people first?
Sure.
Or, like, if we could have talked about this for a second, or if you could just, and I know that it's like, it's already so scary for a kid to have no control over anything, which you don't. And think about the situation that this kid is in.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, and I know that she's like, and I did it, and you're a part of my family now, and everything's great. If we could have talked, like, I wish we could have all talked about this.
For sure. I think that is definitely fair.
But I also know, where else was he going to go? I know, it's like, what, is he going to go into the foster system? Like,
he's being tracked as a bioweapon.
Yes.
So there's that side. But yes, her just doing that presumptuously and not discussing it with anybody else.
It's just this kid has been so traumatized already that, like,
Yeah.
thinking about him going to this house, and they are good people. Thank God. What if they weren't?
Yeah, like maybe you could have phrased it as like, I'm sending you to my family.
To see if you guys get along.
We'd really love to have you in our family if you would have us, like, kind of thing, right? That probably would have been better.
I'm sorry. Maybe this is too nitpicky over a book. I just feel
No,
like,
no,
and
I
I'm
get
not,
what you're
and I'm
saying,
not
for
like
sure.
offended. It's just more of like in my brain why I think I'm like why do I
people
feel
get irritated by Bryce?
irritated by Bryce Quinlan? This is definitely I think one of the moments.
Sure, and she is criticized for it in the book.
Yes,
but maybe not as much as she should be. Hunt is completely moved that Bryce would go so far as to take him into her own family. It's that kind of thing that's like, I always think about that that episode of The Office where Jim buys his parents' house for him and Pam and doesn't tell her. And it's perceived as this grand gesture and that she's like, you bought us a house. Maybe it's just a personality thing. But to me, I'm like, that's psychotic.
it's like the Christmas car commercials when someone's like, honey, I bought you this car. It's like, you made this huge financial decision for the two of us and you didn't even ask me
And
about
like,
it? We
I don't
didn't
get
talk
any
about
input
this?
on what
Of
kind of
what I would
car
want or what kind of home or what kind of that kind of crazy ass shit. Even that, or it's like giving somebody a dog that didn't ask for one. You know, it's like for a holiday.
Oh, a live thing?
good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess I've decided to keep something alive
Some
now.
people are crazy.
So definitely that mentality is kind of where what she's doing right now, and not a fan.
No.
So Hunt is, however, completely moved that Bryce would go so far as to take him into her own family. Okay, I see the conflict there. As they see the car leave, Hunt is ready to make up, but now Bryce's anger has spiked. They argue. Bryce tells Hunt she doesn't need his permission for things just because they're funking.
Girl, I think you need a couple of lessons about what a relationship is.
And Hunt snaps back that he thinks it's a little more than fucking.
Yeah.
And he's correct. He realizes they can't have this fight on the street in front of the meat market. And they both tell the other they have to get back to the work. And they do the whole fine. It's fine. Okay,
I'm going to go back to work. It's going to be fine.
Bryce, we go back to Bryce shortly after, and she is now at Rune's doorstep. So we cut in time a little bit. Apparently sidelined by Rune as she's walking back to work from that fight. He calls her up and says, you need to get over to my house right now. She's already feeling a little guilty on this walk over to Rune's about snapping at Hunt after her cooling off. And Rune had called asking her to come to his house right away. So she's a little annoyed because she's already behind at work from doing all of these other things. But
too many side quests.
So many side quests. And it's almost like work is the side quest at this point.
Aww.
So she comes and she's like, this better be important. What's going on? But she stops chastising him after she looks past him in the front doorway. She is then gawking at the nude woman leaning against the wall in their front room.
And I know she's not gawking at her like a wolf with the ba-boing, but I mean, can't take that out of here.
I mean, I'd watch that tape.
Yeah.
Not with the brother. Brother leaves.
No, brother leaves. But bring in, like, you know, have
She's
a Declan in there.
Let me talk to the dragon. Yeah, Declan?
Throw a Declan in there.
All right. So, although Declan's gay, I think. He's a gay one, right?
Yeah, but that's why, I mean, I'm saying we're all having a good time.
Yeah.
It's just an afternoon.
Good time. Just having an afternoon. They're all stressed out. So, she hisses at Rune to get the dragon clothes, and Rune hisses back, they have been trying to get her to put clothes on, and she refuses. Because, like, obviously also Rune, she knows her brother wouldn't have just been like, fuck yeah.
No, Rune's not like that.
No, he's a gentleman that likes to fuck.
Yeah, that's a Gil fucking get behind.
Oh, yeah, gentlemen, I'd like to fuck, absolutely. So, the being then, this creature then speaks, and this dragon person, or she doesn't know she's a dragon yet, recognizes Bryce. Bryce is like, what? Who are you? The dragon's like, I saw you at the astronomers. And Bryce is really confused because she's certain that this creature, this nude woman, is not one of the mystics. But then her attention turns to the 3 floating orbs of light nearby. Her mind flashes to Leheba and her heart hurts.
Oh, we love you, Leheba. You live on within us.
We should bring our sprite back over now that the other sprites are back in.
Yes.
Rune gives her the rundown of what happened and why they're now here. Just basically explaining everything that happened with Ethan. She chews out Ethan, who says, I gotta know where Clara
Oh my
is.
God, he's dead, Ethan. He's dead. Wherever he is, he's dead.
Maybe she should have given Emile to Ethan. The two of them can go on adventures.
Yes, give him a little brother. Let him be the big brother.
Yeah, he gets to be the big brother. Bryce looks at the sprites and asks if they knew a sprite named Leheba. They don't. She tells them all about her and how she claimed to be a descendant of Queen Ranthia Dral, Queen of Embers. She is asking them because she wants to know more about Leheba, or
about
just like,
her.
yeah, just who she is. And they don't know who she is, but they are impressed that she's a descendant. She painfully tells them of Leheba's sacrifice after Bryce
Oh,
freed her.
sacrifice.
Is that a
Sorry,
Creed
it's
song?
a Creed. Yeah, it's it's the Creed shirt. It's not my fault.
You gotta get it off.
I have to. What, you want me to take my clothes off?
I mean, I'm not.
I'm a boy. I'm a little boy, Natalie.
No.
Thank you.
I don't.
I just thought I was just trying to trap you. Trying to ensnare you. I wanted to get the clip.
Oh, no. No, not from. But what about my political career? Actually, that would get me a political career, I guess.
You're welcome.
So the sprites tell her that they will call Bryce an ally of their people because Leheba obviously thought so. Bryce speaks to and she's very moved. It's a very sad little scene, and they like pay their respects to Leheba. Bryce speaks to the Fae boys about how they're all going to deal with this situation. She's like, what are we doing here? Deck and Flynn are basically saying, we're going to go through the diplomatic method, aka buying the astronomer off, at least for the sprites. The sprites they can probably figure out how to pay for.
But the dragon.
The dragon says with disdain that she is far too expensive for even a rich prince.
I know I don't want to be owned or sold, but God, it's got to make you feel really good to know that you're very
can't afford me.
expensive. That's awesome. That's a confidence you can't buy.
It's at least a method of taking your power back in that moment.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I mean, and also you were kept inside of a ring for a really long time. So, yes, know your worth now.
Yes. I don't know if that's empowering or not. But, she was a gift. Apparently, she tells them she was a gift from an archangel to the astronomer and won't expand as to why she was given or what the astronomer did for the archangel. I feel like it's not good, whatever it was. Bryce tells her they'll make up some reason why the dragon was commandeered for the Fae people, blah, blah. So they're trying to like basically workshop some ideas about how to get the dragon to not have to go back into the ring. Even if she's so expensive they can't afford her. They're like, well, maybe we could say like we needed her for like a military mission or something. When the dragon asks Bryce after this why she's trying to help her, the room learns of Bryce's mating to Hunt through their conversation. She tells Ariadne that slavery is not cool.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Brave.
Yeah, super brave. And that her mate was once a slave himself.
And that's how you know I'm not slavist, because I'm mated to one.
Yeah, exactly. I have a friend who's one.
Yeah. I met one time at a Ralph's.
And
but
I said, I like your shirt.
Yeah. So
the boys are like, what? Oh shit, she got mated. Which means sex, apparently. The Autumn King is going to lose it, is what they're all saying after they're like, whoa, she got mated. The Autumn King's gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, man, the whole Cormac thing is really, it's a bit of a rip in it now.
Yeah. Bryce is about to head out when the sprites stop her and ask her to tell the tale of Leheba's bravery to their current queen, Eurystheus, I believe is how you say it.
Eurystheus, yeah.
Eurystheus. So they say, like, Bryce, you need to go tell this bravery tale of Leheba to our queen, our current queen. Bryce seems overwhelmed at the idea and tells them she's kind of busy right now. I don't know if she can do that. Then they stop her again and they say, princesses need allies. Essentially saying, you're a princess of the Fae and she's a queen and you need to
make that your business.
Yeah, they're correct.
Yeah.
She kind of just like sighs and is like, great, another thing I need to do now. So she realizes they're probably correct, but
being a princess is wasted on her. Get me in there. Let me do it.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I was made to rule.
Are you speaking as Emile? Let him be the princess.
Okay, yeah, if he wants that.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a lot of learning to do.
I think Emile might be queer, so I think, maybe he's gender fluid.
Thank you.
So she realizes they're probably correct, but continues out onto the street, calling Jessica on the way back to work. It's time to ask Jessica for another big favor. Jessica shares, the house of Flame and Shadow with the astronomer after all. So she's kind of gonna like, maybe Jessica can help with all this.
Like, put your neck out for us.
Again, she guesses pretty quickly that Bryce was the one who stole his rings. Apparently, the story has already made its rounds through the house. The astronomer's been talking about it.
Uh-oh.
Jessica says she knows of the dragon and that she's priceless. If Bryce is calling about borrowing money, the dragon's worth so much you can't even imagine. She tells Jessica that she's actually asking her to try to convince the astronomer to accept the money from her friends for the ring. So basically saying, like, can you sweet talk him? Jessica thinks about it and says she'll try, but now Bryce owes her a big old favor. Get in line,
Bryce said and hung up. It is kind of crazy how much Jessica does help them.
Yeah, but then we don't, like, is it because Jessica is trying to help them? Like, we don't know what Jessica's deal is, or is she secretly trying to, like, throw cogs in the wheel?
We don't know.
Wheel cogs in the...
wrench
wrench in the cogs.
In the pipes.
Yep.
Turns in the pipes.
Turns in the pipes. We don't know. So maybe she is doing it because even though she's like fighting against it because she wants to, or maybe she's trying to hurt them. We don't really know.
Problem is that she's just another one of those, like a Viper Queen that just is so hot that it would be so difficult that it'd be like, yeah, I guess I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Okay.
Sure, I'll definitely do it. And that shows how weak I am as a human being, but I'm okay with that.
No, you're not.
I never claimed to be strong.
You're strong. You're strong, Jackie.
Am I?
Not Emile. Bryce gets back to work and is about to consider texting an apology text to Hunt when she sees an envelope was left on her desk. It turns out this envelope was from Jessica, and it's literature on the powers of dragonfire.
Cool.
Okay, interesting. It makes her realize that the astronomer must have kept Ariadne as a source of protection. So there's a lot of things that dragonfire can do. But then she sees something else in the description.
Among its many uses, the ancient scholar had written, dragonfire is one of the few substances proven to harm the princes of hell. It can burn even the prince of the pit's dark hide. You talking about that big ass?
Oh, yeah. Well,
He can burn that ass.
It's hard to do to a prince of the pit.
I know, and he's begging for it.
He's please.
This is awesome.
It's an interesting development.
Yes.
So this dragonfire, is Ariadne something that they can then utilize in
As
war?
a weapon?
Again, just another thing being like, oh, I can use like a gun? Cool. So she thinks about how she has to make sure, regardless, that the dragons stay out of the astronomer's clutches because she doesn't think the astronomer is on the good side of things.
No.
Hunt is stewing at chapter 51 on his way to check in with Celestina.
He's so good at brooding.
He really is. He needs to feign serenity and normalcy in front of her in order to keep up all of their multiple ruses. But he's reeling over all that has just occurred, feeling foolish that he expected Bryce to be upfront with him. And I feel for him in this because I would also be like, do I even know this person? Like, they're just lying to me all the time.
Right.
And you can sense his hurt. He thought that they were a team. And I'm with him. She needs to let go of total control in order to have a partner. You can't be a woman in total control of herself. With a partner, but it's okay. If you're with a good partner, you can still be in control of yourself, but you have to be able to
no one
things.
should have control over each other. It's like you work as a team.
Yeah. He enters Celestina's office and she immediately points out that Hunt and Bryce fucked. So that's the thing your boss shouldn't say to you. But apparently their mating sex has changed Hunt's scent enough that Celestina can tell. She congratulates him and seems genuinely happy for him.
Yeah, you're making that nut, huh? Yeah, you're getting that nut out? Yeah, but you're making good nut this time, not like the bad nut like last time.
The bad nut.
I guess you would call it bad nut if you're fucking someone that's not your mate. Would you call it bad
Oh, I
nut?
thought you meant because he was bleeding.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he did bleed through many a torture.
Yeah. Well, remember he was bleeding when he was finger banging her.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not kink shaming here. I guess it lubes it up.
Gross. Okay. Hunt feels guilty about lying to Celestina, but he does just that when she asks how the visit to Bryce's parents went. He also tells her that Rune and Cormac joined them on the trip, helping to account for the females' whereabouts while they were all on the island.
Love this.
He asks if he missed anything important, and she sarcastically tells him, yeah, a lot of planning for the equinox party. He missed a bunch of it. And then remembers herself and goes like, because I, of course, am thrilled at the chance to be a vessel for our great leadership of the Asteri. And is like looking around for like a microphone. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to mate for our kingdom.
That's a bad nut right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
She tells him to check with Baxian after this. So she's just planning for this thing she doesn't want to do. She's like, I don't really have anything to catch you up on, but go check with Baxian.
Don't worry, we're having a party so I can be a fuck bag, but everything's great here.
Great. I love it. She tells him to check with Baxian, and that sends a shiver of dread down Hunt's spine because just thinking about all of that side of things, that the Hind's power over them right now is overwhelming. He doesn't know what Baxian's deal is, but he hides all of his trepidations in front of Celestina, mostly. She does see that there's like a shadow over his face. She asks him what's wrong, seeing the worry. He says, nothing, and changes the subject, asking for this day's commands. We cut to shortly later, and Hunt is thinking about the tasks that Celestina has given him as he makes a beeline looking for the Hind. She has tasked him with basically doing intel and reviewing the alerts they've gotten in this other part of Midgard called Nina, where there seems to be sightings of demons. And so he's got to deal with that. But before that, he's like, I'm going to find the Hind. He finds her putting on makeup in the barracks bathroom. So she's like doing the like, it reminds me of like a high school thing where like the mean girl's like in the mirror putting her lipstick on, and she won't look at you while you're talking.
That or specifically, as you did this, I just had a memory. I haven't seen it since I was a child. Is there a moment in Little Mermaid where Ursula takes a fish and squeezes it and uses it?
It's I don't think it's a fish. I think it's something she does.
Right?
That,
does she? Yeah. So that I'm also thinking of that too.
She puts on her lip.
Oh, very good, darling.
Yeah. Also, I mean,
would
Ursula,
fuck.
Sure.
Yeah, anytime.
So,
I'll be the flotsam.
Whoa.
You could be the jet.
Whoa.
At different times, we take our times.
Separate.
Yeah, we're scheduled.
So he decides apparently to just confront the Hind head on about everything that's happened. It's a little meatheaded, but also sometimes being a meathead can come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask her, because this is going to be this like tango that's going to suck.
Why isn't she saying anything? Why isn't she doing anything? What is she like? Is she calculating a move? What's happening?
I feel insane when I don't know what somebody's thinking, and I hate the idea of like mind games or anything like that. I just like please explain to me what's happening, because I don't understand.
I need it spell it out for me.
I'm so dumb.
I can't.
Just please help me. So he's like, what are your plans for what happened yesterday? He doesn't say what it was, but he's like, what are you doing? She's all pithy and like, oh, you mean yesterday when I fucked Pollux in the shower? And he's like, yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, she's putting on her lipstick.
She said, I know Naomi saw us. I did invite her in.
You're such a bitch. But
I
also,
wish that they weren't so mean, because like,
yes.
Otherwise, if Pollux and the Hind invited you into the shower, you'd be like, me?
I just think maybe the Triari would be working better together if they all came together. Yes. No one listens to me.
I know.
Is it because I'm dirty?
Yeah. I mean, it would help if you took a bath.
All right.
Probably.
Fine. All right. Fine.
She continues to apply makeup as Hunt fumes because she's obviously being a douchebag on purpose. He tries to ask her again what her game is with everything that happened yesterday. And she's like, what do you mean? What game? I don't know what you're talking about. He watches her and thinks about how truly evil she is, how many lives she's taken, including Sophie's.
Mm-hmm.
She finishes her makeup, and as she walks away from him, tells him to check out what the harpy did at the angel gates.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh.
We cut to later, where Hunt is finding out what the harpy did.
It had been a long while since Hunt had seen anyone blood-eagled. The corpses wore black stealth clothes, or shreds of them. Rebels. That was the Ophion crest on their red armbands, and the sinking sun of the Lightfall Squadron above it.
So,
Like Blood Eagle, maybe it's like they get to go on a roller coaster.
no.
And maybe he sees them on a roller coaster.
No, yeah. So I don't know if you've heard the term Blood Eagle before. It's technically from myth, from Norse storytelling. There's an argument whether or not it actually has happened in
The harpy's
real
got those knives.
time. Yeah.
She's got the knives.
But it's very gruesome. And this seems to be a message, obviously a message from the harpy, but also from the hind to Hunt. So they have gone after Pippa's squadron. This is a show of force, a show of this is, what do they call it whenever they show
A celebration.
a celebration. So they basically are showing you this is your fate if you fuck with us.
Yes.
Obviously, this is sending the people of Lunathian into hysterics. So if you're not familiar with a Blood Eagle, this is a Norse storytelling device. Some people think it's a real execution method they used. A lot of experts have said it's not really something that can happen, as it would be incredibly difficult in the person.
Just saw through a person's back and spine? What do you mean? You just get in there.
And they would be long dead before you would get to the theatrics of it, because you are pulling their lungs from out of their back.
That's not fun. They're already dead?
Yeah. They actually did one in Midsommar.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which is, if you're not familiar, a very, very good horror movie, but you do not watch it if you have
any trauma, or if you have any family trauma. If you have any family trauma, just don't watch it. Why not?
Family trauma.
Why not be for you?
Fantastic movie.
God,
I
it's
love
so
it.
good.
I love it. But yes, there is very gruesome scenes in it, and there is a Blood Eagle scene. Well, at least I don't think we see it. We see the aftermath of it. Hunt feels betrayed by Celestina, who he assumes allowed this to happen, which is yeah, he just saw Celestina and she didn't mention this, so she must know. It's her.
She's a busy angel. She's got a lot on her mind.
I feel like this might need to go to the top of the pile.
Oh, yeah, about the lobby. Yeah, I forgot about what was going on. Oh, yeah. You see that? Man, nuts, huh? Just imagine Celestina.
Oh, yeah, wow. Oh, it's very creative.
Wow.
And if she did know, she didn't even warn him about it in the recent meeting. He looks around and realizes the citizens of Lunathian are all staring at him and whispering. Not in adoration, but going, oh, he's one of them. He might as well be the harpy to them. They're all on the same unit. So they're like, is he also doing this to people? They're afraid of him. He doesn't try to defend himself. He understands.
But it's also good. People need to be scared of him. He's the Umbra Mortis.
I know, but you don't want to be afraid in the sense that he's going to come rip off your family's heads for no reason. You know what I mean?
Or maybe people like Pippa should be afraid of it.
Sure, like Pippa, but not people just going to brunch.
No, if you're going to work, also live in fear. I think you're more productive if you're actively scared.
Okay, great. We'll talk about that with the CEOs. So we do a quick
Henry just starts terrorizing us while we're in the middle of recording. Oh God. Oh. Things jumping out of the ceiling. Oh God.
We did. Oh, please don't do that Ellen thing.
Oh.
Jesus.
What, Henry making us dance with him?
No, she would make people, she would do jump scares on people.
Oh, yeah. That hated being scared, yes.
I actually hate that shit so much.
Yeah.
We do a quick cut to Rune, who's just gotten off the phone with Athalar, who has just informed him that thus far they've managed to keep their stories together and like nobody suspects anything right now.
Woo.
So everybody's bought the story. They were all at Ember's house over the weekend. Rune feels a light sense of relief, but knows there are about 7 other huge crimes he's in the middle of. So it's barely a needle move, frankly.
Yeah.
He just re-enters the living room when there is a knock at the front door. Always ready for a shootout, Rune sort of moves his hand towards the butt of his gun as he approaches the entryway. He then smells a familiar scent just as he's opening the door and is surprised to see Hypaxia smiling on the stoop. So there's a whole other side of that. Remember Hypaxia? We haven't gotten to her in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Bring it back now, y'all.
So now we've discovered Emile is with
Just
Viper
a
Queen,
stupid, boring child.
and now he doesn't have powers. He's now being sent off to Embers to, I guess, live forever. And then we have
Dragon time. Sprite world.
yeah. Then we have over on the side now. Bryce is in on the sprites and dragons. They're all trying to figure out how to deal with that whole thing. She gets Jessica involved. Jessica's like, now you owe me something too. And then we learn about Dragonfire. Then we also get Hunt trying to deal with the Hind and figuring out what they're going to do about all of these secrets. And now there's a bunch of violence in the middle of Crescent City streets. And does that mean Celestine is also a bad one? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. And now Hypaxia's back. Got it?
All right. And we're not going to Blood Eagle the child. Even though I think he might have fun with it.
Snake Lady's here.
No.
To tell
stop
you-
announcing yourself.
The episode's over.
And now, Dudes Grappling with Erotica, featuring Edward Larson and our poor, sweet, brand new friend, Ross Bryant, reading from chapter 27.
Asshole!
She ate more of her apple than changed the song.
Something she'd first heard in the hallowed place of the White Raven Dance Club, a remix of a slower song that somehow managed to combine the song's original sensual appeal while a driving beat that demanded a dancing.
The corner of Hunt's mouth kicked up. You trying to seduce me with this music? She met his gaze as she chewed on another mouthful of apple. The gym was empty, but the cameras...
You're the one who snuck up to fondle me. He laughed. The column of his throat working, a droplet of sweat ran down his powerful length, gleaming among all that golden brown skin. And her breathing hitched. His nostrils flared, no doubt scenting everything that went hot and wet within the span of a breath.
He tucked in his wings, leaving the earbud in place as he took his... leaving the earbud in place as he took a step closer.
Bryce leaned slightly against the counter, the marble digging into her overheated spine.
But he only took the apple from her fingers. He held her gaze while he bit in, then slowly set the core on the counter.
Her toes curled in her sneakers. This is even less private than my bedroom.
Hunt's hand slid onto her waist, and he hoisted her onto the counter in one easy movement. His lips found her neck, and she arched as his tongue slid up one side as if licking away a bead of sweat. Best be quiet then, Quinlan, he said against her skin. Lightning skittered around the room.
She didn't need to look to know he'd severed the camera wires and likely had a wall of power blocking the door. Didn't need to do anything other than enjoy the sensation of his tongue on her throat, teasing and tasting. She couldn't stop the hands that slid into her hair, driving through the sweaty strands, all the way down her head until they landed on the nape of his neck.
She drew him closer as she did so, and Hunt lifted his head from her neck to claim her mouth. Her legs opened wider, and he settled between them, pressing hard as his tongue met hers.
Bryce groaned, tasting apple at that stormed kiss cedar scent that was pure Hunt grinding herself, his demanding hardness.
With his gym shorts and her skin-tight leggings, there was no hiding his erection, or the dampness that soaked through her pants. His tongue tangled with hers, hands dropping from her waist to cup her ass. She gaped as his fingers dug in, pulling her harder against him, and she hooked her legs around his middle.
Oh, she couldn't taste him deep enough, fast enough. His shirt came off, and then she was running her fingers over those absurd abs and side abs and peck down the shifting muscles of his back, frantic and desperate to touch all of him.
Her tank top peeled away, and then his teeth nipped at the swells of her breasts above the seafoam green of her sports bra, the fabric almost neon against her tan skin. He bracketed her waist, calluses scraping her skin as he tilted her back, and Bryce let him lay her on the counter.
She propped herself up on her elbows as he pulled away, graceful as an ebbing tide, hands running from her breast to her sweaty stomach.
Hunt's fingers curled over the waistband of her black leggings, but paused. His gaze lifted to hers in silent request.
At the black fire she beheld there, the sheer beauty and size and perfection of him.
"Hell yes," she said, and Hunt grinned wickedly, rolling down her leggings, exposing her midriff, then her abdomen, then the lacy top of her amethyst thong.
Her pants and underwear were soaked with sweat. She didn't want to imagine what they smelled like. And she opened her mouth to tell him so, but he had already knelt.
He pulled off her sneakers, then her socks, then the leggings.
Then gently, so gently, he took her right ankle and kissed its inside, and licked at the bone, then at her calf, the inside of her knee. Oh, God. This was going to happen right here in the middle of the building gym where anyone could fly past the wall of windows 20 feet away. He was looking down on her right here, and she needed it more than she'd ever needed anything. His tongue traced circles around the inside of her thigh, higher and higher, until she was shaking.
But his hand slid up, looping through the waistband of her thong.
He pressed a kiss on the front of her underwear, and she could have sworn he shuddered as he inhaled. Bryce went liquid, unable to stop her writhe of demand, and Hunt huffed a warm laugh against her sensitive place, kissing her again through the fabric of her underwear.
But then he kissed her left thigh, beginning a downward trajectory, pulling her underwear away as he went. And when the thong was completely gone, when she was bared to the world, Hunt's wings splayed above him, blocking her from the world's view.
Privacy.
Here endeth the reading.